What's up everyone, welcome to another Motocamp adventure video. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the MK3 pivot pegs.
Do you want to be the best? Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to be recommended by champions? Do you want pivot pegs? I think you do. So, these are the pivot pegs. They are 60 millimeters wide, as shown on the box here. This glorious packaging. Looks like it was designed in the 90s. And here's what the stocky looks like right next to it. So you can see that the stock one isn't very wide. So main reason you'd want to get these foot pegs in general are, you know, you have a lot more grip. Basically, when you go with a wider foot peg, it becomes a little harder to use the shifter or brakes. It's nice to have a solid platform to stand on, but you know, when you have the smaller foot pegs, your foot can pivot around that a little easier and, you know, get to the shifter or brake. With these, and y'all, we got 20 degrees of movement there, and that kind of solves that issue. But they're still spring loaded. They return right back to where they need to be, and they are grippy AF. Hashtag LOL AF LMAO. You get the point. They're pretty well built. I know that these stock ones are kind of a cast aluminum. Not that I had any issues with these, you know, braking or anything. I never really did any crazy hardcore off-road stuff with it, but these have not broken on me. You still have the spring-loaded action, so I've dropped my bike on these many of times, almost too much, and they've held up really well. So wider foot pegs also kind of help you when you're standing up all day doing off-road stuff, and you're keeping yourself from getting fatigued when you're using these wider ones. I would like to try a set of static wide foot pegs, whether it be Touratech or the BMW ones or whatever, just to kind of see if this actually does help or not. For me though, I have found that I really like it. I do find that sometimes when I'm going around corners or something, you know, my foot is kind of always back and my heel is kind of dropped. That's not the best feeling in the world, because that does fatigue a little bit, but that's something to keep in mind. You can see the finish is like kind of a polished stainless steel, and it doesn't really match any of the bike. You know, it's kind of a chromey type thing. The only thing closest to it is this exhaust here. So that's something to consider if you have like a not so flashy bike. Mainly GSs tend not to be. A lot of the GSAs have like matte finishes to them. This might not look great. You might be able to refinish it if you really wanted to match well, but for the most part, it really doesn't bother me that much for what I'm getting. Again, with these stock foot pegs that came on mine at least, I know most BMWs are like this. You got these rubber inserts that kind of raise your foot just above all this, and they're kind of there for vibration absorption. If you're doing long highway trips or whatever, and you're on your bike all day, that's supposed to help. You know, I do crazy long distances on these. I've never had an issue with that. I'm also, I don't know, I've just never had an issue with any of them. I used to never run the rubbers in either my F650 or this bike when I had the stock pegs on this bike. By the way, I've been using these pegs for about, let's say, at least 4 months now, probably a few thousand miles. And, you know, I really have no serious complaints, especially for the price of them. When you compare them to the BMW or Touratech wide foot pegs, these cost you probably somewhere around 160 bucks, whereas the other options are probably more around 200 if you're getting, you know, full set. I know that BMW, which really annoys me, you get each foot peg is like a separate thing. I don't know if people are just like breaking foot pegs or whatever, but they don't sell them as a pair, and I guess that makes them more expensive for whatever reason. But, you know, BMW, bring my wallet, so you get the idea.
So, would I recommend these guys? You know, I think I would. I don't, like I said, I don't really have any complaints about them. They were recommended to me by a friend, Dave. You've seen him in the channel. and he does a ton of dirt riding. And he came from the stock adventure Footpegs, which are the wide ones to begin with from BMW that are static. And he hasn't looked back. So I trust his opinion. You know, I think for the most part, I really like mine. And I don't know why you're watching me wrap around in this parking lot anymore. So thanks for joining another one of my stupid videos. And you go have fun. Maybe pick up a set of these for yourself, for your big adventure bike that's stupid heavy and you don't want to take off-road, but you still want it to do that. Oh, another thing I wanted to consider, when you're turning these, it's not like these are pivoting left and right, like they're just forward and back, kind of. I guess more of a vertical axis. So when you're turning on these big adventure bikes, you know, you're usually putting your turning your foot out and turning your outside foot in and everything and putting your weight on that. It's not really helping in that sense. Like it doesn't get in the way in any, like it's not, sorry, it doesn't get in the way, but it's not like it's pivoting, you know, left and right to help you do that, which actually would be really annoying. So I don't really want that to begin with. So again, thanks for watching my video on these pegs. Hope that helps your decision on wide Footpegs. Thanks for watching.